We watched Unfriended, which also describes what the person who suggested this movie will be. We are in defense of bad movies. Hey everybody, Sam here with another In Defense of Bad Movies episode. How's everyone doing?
Good.
I'm here with my...
That's because it's a haunted episode.
With my my usual cohort, Bobby Mattern.
What up?
Lauren Bowen.
How dare you?
Name McJanet Taylor.
You regret marrying me, don't you?
No, I said Lauren. You don't have your cans on, so you don't know what I said. How's it going?
Very well, thank you.
Laura King.
Hey, what's up?
And you can talk right into that microphone. That's right.
What's up?
And our special guest defender, Bobby Ramos, who goes by the pseudonym
Dino Winwood.
Dino Winwood.
Yes, sir.
Nice. How's it going, Bobby?
It's going. I got a beard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, we know you as an upperclassman. Or that's how I know you.
The comedy troupe, yes.
But you do other things.
He's
I do
also
other
a senior.
things. Yeah.
What's up?
He's also a senior.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm graduating this year.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Virginia Tech. And
Really?
yeah. No.
No. That's cool, though.
Thank you.
So, you made us watch Unfriended.
I made you watch Unfriended.
Yeah.
I did this movie a favor. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's start out by doing Laura's 15-second movie synopsis.
No, I forgot about that. Does someone want to set the timer?
Oh, I forgot, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, boom. You turn on instant messenger, and then, oh no, you're dead. The end.
Oh, wow, that was on the time. Well done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not instant messenger. Text, whatever. iMessage on, because they're all Mac
It's called
products.
Facebook,
What's
Laura.
the
And
difference?
Skype.
And Skype and text message. I message on an Apple product, so
iMessage, iPod. I don't know
same
anymore.
difference. You just the messenger program.
It's taking over your
You're
mind's
dead.
eye.
So, guys, we all know I'm not good at technology, so watching this was like watching your parents watch a horror movie. Like, what is happening here? What are they on? Is this a thing that you can do? Like, I'd never seen Skype before. I felt like an old man watching it.
It was bad. There's nothing good about this movie.
Oh, okay.
It was boring from the beginning to the end. The only redeeming quality,
We're using mics now in this episode, and it's
Yeah, sorry.
I guess have them getting used to
technology. That's the theme of this
technology.
episode.
Yes. Ooh. I hope it doesn't come and get
but
us to
yeah.
the mixer.
But, by the end, I was just so mad I watched it.
Wonderful.
Oh, and the actors. Where the F did they come from?
You can say fuck. We have our E.
Okay, we're explicit. Where the
rating.
fuck did they come from? They're terrible. Terrible actors.
I
don't know that I thought they were bad. Certainly horrible people, more or less.
Are we gonna give Bobby a chance to
Yeah.
the movie?
Yeah.
Sam, just letting you guys get it all out. That way I can just destroy you. So it's okay. No, I'm kidding.
Are we explaining the concept enough? Does everyone know how this movie is set up?
Yeah, with all due props to Laura's synopsis, maybe a little bit more in depth. I only gave you 15 seconds, so we can't fault you for that.
Yeah, does Bobby, do you want to give
Oh yeah,
it?
sure. Well, the movie starts off with a recorded suicide of a high school girl who is apparently embarrassed from being bullied all over Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that over a video of her that was taken at a party. And I don't know if it would be giving away like what exactly happened, but
I think you have to.
okay. Well, she gets really drunk at this party. Somebody recorded it, and then she passes out. Well, it turns out she soils herself. Oh, yeah, I forgot. She shits all over herself, and they posted it online, and so everybody's just like, "Go kill yourself!" Like, high schoolers are dicks, so they're gonna be dicks about it.
Yeah, none of these kids were high schoolers. They were all.
Oh no, they were in their
felt
20s.
Like they were way into college.
And also every high school movie ever to go through Hollywood.
Yeah, 90210 even.
yeah, but that feels more realistic than this movie.
But so on the anniversary of her death, this group of friends, they have this little Skype chat or whatever, and there's this one little window that's the little like person. If you don't have a picture on your Skype, it'll pop up as a person with headphones or whatever. And like, well, who is that? And so it's saying that it's the girl that killed herself, who's named Laura Barnes, and so they're just like, this isn't funny. Well, as it turns out, it's most likely her, because it's playing, I want to play this game, and who revealed this shitty video, literally, to the world, and whoever doesn't answer truthfully is going to get killed. And so they're being picked off one by one, and this all takes place at a laptop, and so you see all the windows, the chat windows and everything like that, and it's all taken from this one perspective. It never goes away from this one keyboard.
Which was a really neat conceit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on that?
No, I agree. It was a neat idea. And I know you guys were kind of saying before, to see a movie that tries something different, like, it was a neat idea and carried out most successfully.
Yeah.
Oh, no, what I really appreciate about the conceit too is that it uses real websites, real technology, which I wonder how it'll age. Like, I wonder how this movie will look in 5 years when a lot of these websites look differently. Some of them aren't around anymore. But I think the fact that it's using, it's actually using Skype, it's actually using Facebook, and the main character is using them, as normal people would use them, kind of sets up a really interesting credibility to the world, I guess.
I agree.
Yeah, I would agree as well. I thought that was really cool, because so many other things you see what called like My Face or whatever else. And, yeah.
Hit you up on the Twitter.
Now, this movie wasn't perfect.
No. No movie's perfect. Shining. Personal preferences. Anyone else?
Just tonally a little bit different, but
No,
still.
it's just as scary.
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski?
Big Lebowski's amazing.
Okay. See, it's a to each his own kind of thing.
Oh my god. We could do this all night.
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
could. That's a whole different story.
Bobby Mattern suggested that when we watched it, we watched it on the laptop and not on a TV screen or anything. And I think it was a good decision. But at the same time, at first, I was like, wait a minute, why is the window minimized? I want this to be full screen. And then I had to realize, like, oh no, it's her thing that's not minimized, but, not maximized either.
So how long were you trying to fiddle with your laptop?
About an hour 10.
Wow.
No.
That's the movie. I think.
Yeah. No.
But didn't we take a break because we thought it was buffering, and oh no, that's just the Universal logo.
It was
slightly pixelated.
buffering. I think it was buffering though too.
I have to say, I don't appreciate watching it on the laptop, because this guy here makes me watch horror movies in the dark. And at least on the TV, it kind of illuminates the room. But here, like, it's just us and a little light bubble and, like, all the darkness of the house around us, ready to kill us.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Boo.
I'm envious. That sounds like an amazing experience.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I think.
It was not fun. I did the same way, and it was really boring.
It was boring.
Interesting.
Well, the movie itself wasn't really scary to me.
Okay. So you're not a horrible person who's posted a shitty video of somebody online. That's good.
Well, so
I haven't done that, and I was still
I was
scared.
Yeah.
haven't
I've
you?
never done that either.
I just
Wow.
That's a good point.
I felt like the movie should have been grounded in reality, because it was all supernatural. Like, oh yeah, she's really alive. She's doing all this, and I just felt like that part was ridiculous.
Like
so
you-
that was hard for me to buy into. I thought it would be someone else setting them up.
They definitely played with that for a while. Like that was a possibility.
Yeah. It was teased, but it was a red herring, if anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump into some fun IMDb facts now, just a little bit. They actually did lots of rewrites on the scripts, and at some point they were sort of working with the idea of it being a real person or someone seeking revenge for Laura. But I don't know, I like the ghost thing.
Yeah, the ghost thing is the better way to do it, because I feel if it was grounded in reality, it would eventually get ridiculous. The whole idea would be thrown out the window, like, okay,
But
he's coming for you. Why are you still on your laptop?
But it's ridiculous. Like someone blends his hand up and then blends his neck or whatever, and then someone.
Well, that's a different kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. But
Like,
it's not like they're like, hey, look, a chip fell in there, and they blend their hands. They actually touch up at the beginning of the film of
Oh yeah, they
incidents.
just place those things randomly in the room.
What I think-
This guy is
No.
making salsa in his room. He has a blender.
Well, he's a fat guy.
Well,
So, of
As a
course.
fat guy who sits at a computer, we have snacks near the keyboard and everything.
Oh, a blender too. I didn't know you had a blender right next to.
I'm
your
Mexican. We don't blend shit. We chop it. So if we'd done a Mexican version, he would have chopped
Oh
his
yeah,
hand
and that
off.
one guy just happened to have a samurai sword. Right.
What samurai sword? That was a knife.
The knife, whatever.
That he was
It was-
using to
Laura
funny
accidentally watched
threaten
Kill
his
Bill.
girlfriend.
Yeah, he used that. Yeah, they foreshadowed it at the
But
beginning.
in a really weird scene of like, I'm funnily threatening you with a knife.
Yeah.
Why do you have a
yeah,
knife, and why are you
funny.
doing that
That's
to your
No,
girlfriend?
it was
not a thing you
weird.
should do. Yeah, that's
And that guy had
disturbing.
developing fat guy chest. Like his pecs were weird. I'm like, wow, you're not in shape. You're eating a lot. Cool. I could kind of relate to you.
With the supernatural thing too, I think one thing that does is it locks everyone in their room. Like there's no, why don't you walk away from your computer? Like
Exactly.
they established that right away. And I think you have to work a little bit harder if you try to ground that in the real world.
I don't know. I just personally don't like supernatural things. I mean, some of them can work, but this one I found it
I think
so ridiculous.
Also, not only does Bobby make the point that why wouldn't you just leave, but it would become impossible for him to make these kills if it was one person doing it. I don't.
Yeah, in reality, I agree. And not one could see them or know all that stuff.
You need that ghost in the machine thing.
And I'm going to say for me, since we're saying our own stuff, like for me, Supernatural is worse. Like alien monster, creepy, horrible human, like I could punch those, I could run fast, but you can't escape from Supernatural. And you don't know what they're going to do.
I could picture you punching an alien, doing the whole like one-liner right after. Like you just do the welcome to Earth with a F.
And I did think that while I did enjoy the conceit for a while, it got to a point that it was just, it became frustrating.
Like which part?
All of it?
I think I know what you're going to say.
Go.
Chat roulette.
Chat roulette bugged me.
Okay.
You've got cell phones. Why not?
The cell
Text
phones
someone.
weren't working because remember they called and it just said, don't hang up.
That's right, okay. We forgot the reason that she had to go out in some other way. Although, was chat roulette the best way? Is there no other way to IM 911?
Or
Not-
I am friends on Facebook?
They couldn't do the
Message.
Facebook thing because it was already on there, and then it couldn't do it on Skype because it was already taking control of that. So those are the two elements that the spirit had already pretty much taken control of. So she kind of just, as a youngster, like, oh, let's go somewhere where people are constantly
She was desperate.
all over. She was
scared.
desperate,
All right.
and then
Can I say the biggest suspension of disbelief in this entire movie is the fact that she logs into chat roulette and doesn't encounter a single person masturbating?
there was one where she was frustrated, but there wasn't. They didn't show the dude's dick. It was his undercarriage.
I thought that might have been what was going on. I was actually more, what I found was more unbelievable was the fact that here's a cute young woman on chat roulette and people are apparently clicking next. Like, really? You're not going to
They came to see dicks.
the two guys.
Some of the
out in-
locations were France, and
out
other
in
ones were just
Bahrain,
there.
and
Have you never been on chat roulette
I have.
recently?
I've never even heard of chat.
No, they don't do the dick
I didn't
pics
even know
anymore.
that was a real thing until right now.
You were like me in that moment. Oh, that's fun.
So this movie was like a tutorial of how to use the internet.
No, what kind of bugged me, what became frustrating is at the beginning of the movie, like their lips were syncing up and everything was kind of making sense. As it went on, there was less syncing. That was kind of bugging me, and I just felt like there would have been ways of being able to go around what was happening that were being ignored,
Like
closing your laptop.
Really,
Which
Sam?
that-
You think the ghost can't get out of the laptop once it's closed?
Well, no, that's the thing.
Well, there's no ground rules. You just don't know like what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
like why wouldn't they just
Yeah.
walk away? And I don't know. Like nothing was ever established enough.
Well, the supernatural really doesn't really go for the human rules kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's what
it's on an internet frequency, which apparently is the only way. Like, well, a lot of ghost hunters use like electric frequency and stuff like that to capture ghosts. So that's more of a well-known medium for them to travel through. So.
And it's not even that, oh, like this would have been solving things. It's like, why didn't you try this? And I would have been fine if I think it wasn't necessarily the ghost bugging them through the computer that was bothering me. It was the fact that the way they had set this up, where we are only seeing the screen, it really limited our protagonist to what she could do. Mm-hmm. And it could only be things on the screen. She couldn't run to a neighbor's house, for instance, and do things. There was no seeing her and seeing what she was doing and the other things she could do.
So can you explain to me what happened at the end? Did the ghost come out of the computer then? Bobby?
Well, the spirit is already the spirit has already killed everyone, and then at the end, it got her, and then there was that final jump scare at the end. Did you watch the ending?
Yes, I did.
Okay, she came out.
Yeah. Oh, that was the ghost.
That was her.
That wasn't the girl, the main girl.
No, she's already taken.
Yeah.
That last shot was too much for me.
Yeah, that was the only complaint that I really had about it. I'm like, oh yeah, they got to have the one little pisser at the end.
Well, but like her being villainized on Facebook, which is exactly what everyone had done to Laura, and then like the last shot of her all alone in that Skype chat room sobbing was cool. Like that's like
that would have been more of a you live with your
kind
of thing. See, that's where I think the writer kind of wanted it to end. But then the studios would be like, no, we got to have the little jump scare at the end. So, because, I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
And
I think it would have been great
like
if she's just completely ruined.
Yeah.
All of her other friends are dead. Her boyfriend is dead. And so she has to live with just being a piece of shit labeled her whole life. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is the one thing that I think it could have gone without. But I don't think it really ruined anything.
That's neat, yeah, because I was thinking I kind of like the jump scare at the end. It's the one moment we come out of the computer and we're back in the real world. But then I like the ending you're describing too. That would have been cool.
Yeah. See, it works either way. It's just I feel like it didn't really take away too much from the experience.
I'm a sucker for jump scares, so I was okay with it.
Nice.
That's what I'm there for. I'm a horror movie. I want to be scared. Oh shoot.
Can I say though? Okay. So I enjoyed this movie. I think this movie's a lot of fun. I don't like the jump scares in this movie, and I actually don't find this movie very scary. Okay. And a lot of the kills just don't work for me. And I think it's kind of a cheap way to use the conceit to cut out and then just show them in the middle of killing themselves without really building up the tension toward it.
Oh, see, I agree with you at a point on that, because the way when I first saw it, I felt like they should have had them say, oh, hang on, something's here. At least one of them say, wait, I hear something. And then have them go off of the screen and then just leave it there. Mm-hmm. And so the friend's like, where the fuck is he going? And they're constantly freaking out about it. And then they come back. Like Blender Boy. He could have just came back with the blender, plugged it in, and then just look at it, and then look at them, and then just put his hand in it and start screaming towards them. But I feel like it's a weird thing about the studios and MPAA is that they want the blood and the violence, but they don't want to make it to where it's too graphic.
They're so sick.
I know, right? Because I mean, another supernatural movie like that, Paranormal Activity, the original ending, she looks at the camera, smiles, and then cuts her own throat. Ugh. But they changed it because apparently somebody just got so freaked out they started shaking in the theaters, supposedly.
Baby.
I know, right? But yeah, I'm like, that's when I first heard that, I'm like, dude, that's a great ending. Like, oh shit! Like that whole reality and fantasy thing just totally disappears. So I agree with you. Like, I at least think one or two of the kills should have been where they go off screen and then come back and then do it in front of them instead of just, oh, my connection went out.
That would have been cooler. You go.
One moment that really unsettled me that actually was, I mean, it had to do with the kill, but it wasn't a violent moment, was Val, the first girl who gets killed.
Yeah.
There's that shot of her just sitting totally still. And
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And then, they call her, and then watching her phone vibrate into shot, and and that's how they figure out that there's something wrong with her. Like, that was scary.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Much better. And for my own personal bugaboo, like, I like a little bit of scary, and so, like, that, I like the eerie moments, and just I'm like, oh, that's terrifying. But the unnecessarily, like, torturous or gratuitous deaths for me are no good. So, like, death with the hot curling iron, I don't need to see that. No, thank you. Hand in the blender, no, go away.
Everyone knows you put hearts in blenders and watch them spin around to beautiful oblivions,
Exactly.
not hands.
But not in a horror movie. And so just for myself, like, I wish it could have been I like the way you're describing it, of like the trance and the slow movements would have been better anyway. But just like, oh, do they have to be scary, horrible torture deaths? Come on.
And also the thing with Val, I agree. Watching her sit there all perfectly still, that was really eerie and weird. And then they do it again with Ken, where he's just staring at whatever he's staring at, and then they kind of give it up. And I don't know, it's like they set up this rule of these people going into this trance and then them killing themselves.
Maybe if they had done that with all of them, then I would have been more scared.
It seems towards the end they just decide, okay, well, we're already too deep into the movie, so let's do that.
Well, they just go off of them crying, sobbing, breaking down.
Well, that's just the psychological fact of it. And then they're playing the game of it, and then the only one that I really remember...
And then the two other guys, the jocks, they just kill themselves really fast, and there's no suspense. It's just like, oh.
Thank goodness, no torture.
The first one was
Big knife in the chest.
Or when... Oh, no, it was in the eye.
It was in the eye, yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry.
Well, obviously, I wasn't looking. I was looking at the bottom of the screen when those things happen, like usual.
Oh, no, I was going to say Adam's death, though. I think that was one of the deaths that really did work for me. The thing with the letters.
Because you want them to die.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. And that actually, I thought, did build up the tension. But, like, Jess with the curling iron.
Because it's like, don't show this person the thing or breed eyes.
But, like, Jess dying from the curling iron and Mitch dying from stabbing himself in the eye. It just, like, those deaths felt like a wash. They just kind of happened. And then... Like, I felt like those characters were just, like, they were gone after that. There wasn't any fallout or anything.
Well, the deaths of the two, the one with the curling iron and the knife, I mean, they were mostly there for, like... So what didn't bother you is that the build-up and the payoff of it, right? Not so much as the way they died. Okay. So, I think the final one being the boyfriend stabbing himself in the eye was more of, like, a final... like icing on the cake. She goes, I just want this to end. And so I think eventually the filmmakers were like, okay, I want this to end too. Because I can only take teenagers crying for an hour plus, which is interesting because the movie was not that long.
Yeah, an hour 22.
Yeah, hour
really
22.
Short.
That's not even like a standard of industry.
It's like 6 minutes of credits too.
Yeah.
It's really short.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like, Jess was the one with the curling iron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like she was one of those characters that was just a throwaway character. Like, I think, if anything, they could have just snipped her out of the script entirely.
Yeah.
And doing some reading on it, in some of the stuff that I don't think was really included in the movie, but the plot devices, all the other kids had something to do with Laura's major downfall. Like, they all wrote horrible things on the Facebook, but, like, Ken set up the Facebook. Adam gave her the roofie that made her pass out, which is a big plot point we would have known.
Just to face Laura's grave.
But, like, that was after she was dead.
Yeah.
But, like, she's still a bitch. But, like, the only one that didn't actively, like, really contribute to what was her downfall. But let's kill her horribly anyway.
Yeah.
In the worst way. I don't want to get burning curling iron in my mouth.
Were Jess and Adam a couple?
It seems like there was something going on because
there was suggestion that like Jess was into him, but he was into Blair and was actually still supposed to be pursuing Blair.
Especially because after he offs himself, she's like, "You stupid fucking bitch."
Yeah, that was really
okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. Is another thing that I like is the subtleties of it. It doesn't so much say, "Yeah, you guys totally feel that way ever since you broke up." Like, I'm sick of plot points being just thrown at you. Just regurgitated in the basic possible way.
This plot is not subtle. There is no subtlety in this movie. In this plot,
I did like
nothing.
I don't know that they were subtle, but I did like some of the clever, like, there's a moment where Blair is chatting, and then she reveals, like, she starts typing, I think Laura had a thing with, there was a thing with her uncle, and then she deletes it. Like, that kind of stuff is clever.
Yeah.
I thought that was really clever. A really good way of showing internal thoughts.
Yeah.
Without ever verbalizing them or having it so even any of the other characters could see them.
Plus, it shows like she's being loyal to that secret either because she feels guilt or because she actually thinks like, oh shit, like what if this is a joke or something like that. So there is subtleties. It's not as there's something in the background pretty much. But
let me ask you this. So this was touched on earlier, that the creature at the very end who closes Blair's laptop.
Yes.
That you do not think that's Laura.
No, I believe it's her.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were saying that was something else. Okay, never mind then.
No, it's her.
Also, I don't think anyone would just sit there for an hour and not move. Like, and
Have you seen teenagers and electronic devices?
I have, yeah, and
They don't move at all.
Yeah, no, I'm just going back to when I was a teenager and I got distracted.
How long ago was that?
Not long ago, okay.
Were pogs still a thing?
No, but like just the outside world, like I found it hard to believe that these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people were all on their computers and none of them had any other distractions.
There's a ghost holding them hostage in their rooms.
Oh my God. Did you listen to what you just said?
I described the plot of the movie.
Yeah,
yes.
say you just described the plot of the movie.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a movie.
I cannot believe I'm talking about this movie.
You suspend your disbelief.
I can't.
So if I did a documentary, it'd be more up to par.
Wait, this was not a documentary?
It depends.
If you filmed it like a documentary and then like, surprise, it's not, it's actually fiction, then that would have been interesting.
That's just Blair Witch.
Okay, so then also let's unpack this. Blair filmed the video.
Yes.
Blair Witch, yeah. Who posted it?
Oh.
Mitchie.
Yeah, Mitchie.
Mitchie posted it. Okay.
But wait, okay, so what was up with Val? Because there was that exchange that she
Val
posted.
was the one that said, go kill yourself.
Right,
And,
but then she was asking Val
Laura-
to take the video down,
Laura thought
right?
she had posted it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so was pleading with her.
Mm-hmm. Or was Val just being an asshole?
Yeah.
Wait. So,
Wait, no, Laura posted that, didn't she?
well, Laura posted
Laura recorded the video. Mitch
No.
posted it.
No, Laura's the dead girl.
Oh, no. Blair.
video.
God, all these Caucasian names.
They needed some people of color.
Yeah, they really did. Tyrell, what are you doing?
I mean, it was nice that they had a fat guy to break things up a little
If
bit.
it was a black fat guy.
Yeah.
Or a Latino fat guy. And for, you know what, just to break barriers, Filipino.
Yeah, what the hell?
Word up to my brothers.
Are you Filipino?
No, but I know a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
Bobby is half Filipino. I always get invited for spam and rice, and it's the best damn dish in the world, son. So.
Do you feel Blair deserved what she got?
Well, yeah.
I mean, she took the video, but people take videos of people in embarrassing situations all the time. That doesn't mean that there's going to be intent to
when
post.
your friend shits themselves at a party being
But they weren't
rude.
really
She not
friends.
only filmed the video, but she anonymously harassed her online.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, let's be clear. The movies, obviously, like so many horror movies, find ways of being cautionary tales against premarital sex or so many things. This is clearly an extreme cautionary tale against cyberbullying, which is so rampant in youth today. And thank goodness I didn't grow up now because I would have a horrible time.
I'd be gone by now.
Which I'm against.
But I think we can all agree that no children deserve to be forced to murder themselves horribly in terrible, awful ways.
But yes, this is a conceit of like the genre, though.
And also for the movie, Laura was kind of a bitch. Like they sort of established, like she was.
Oh, and
she
she's
and Blair
so
used to be
self-righteous,
friends.
too.
Yeah, and she was a bully, and so now it was her getting bullied back, and so.
I thought we were talking about Blair. No, I
No,
think
no,
Blair's
Laura.
incredibly self-righteous. And,
Oh, she is
yeah.
for sure. But I think that like because she thinks she saw her friend Laura become the bitch, and like Laura was the bully, and so this was kind of getting back at her, who's been bullying people for a while.
It's
But
just it went a
because
little
she's
far.
a bitch, of course, when she dies, she's going to come back and be uber bitch to everyone. It's like Heather's is supernatural.
And
It's
Crow.
Exactly.
Yes. No martial arts, though. Would that have made the movie a little better for any of you? Martial arts?
That would be hard to fit on Skype.
Oh my gosh, if someone had to karate themselves to death, that would
Yes.
be incredible.
It's like, what are you doing breaking
It'd be the
boards
greatest
this
movie
whole
ever
night?
done.
Hey, man, I got to practice. Nationals are this weekend. Oh, what's happening? He starts chopping himself in the neck until his head rolls off.
What are nationals?
There's always a nationals. Every weekend
what
in a
are
movie,
nationals?
there are nationals.
No, what are regionals? That's what it
There
is.
are regionals, too.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
Laura hijacking Blair's music at a few opportune
Oh,
moments
yes.
was really fun.
Yes.
that's a good way to sneak music
Real
into this
bitch
thing.
move, Laura.
Never seen Spotify before. Didn't know that was what that was.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't even use it, so I got a street smartphone.
Now, this is okay. They were really hitting on the cyberbullying. I'm not saying cyberbullying doesn't exist. Is it really as bad as go kill yourself?
Yes.
Is it really?
Dude,
I
okay,
mean,
here's the thing.
is
Go,
it? I
go
don't,
on YouTube.
I don't watch news. Or
I want
things,
you
so.
I want you to go on YouTube and look up any type of lighthearted thing. It'll eventually get to racist comments about the president, and then go kill yourself.
Okay, but that is to random people. We're talking about people who know each
And
other.
then
Is that
teens are double assholes with their ids going all over the
well?
place.
Teens are double.
They get to be
assholes, yes.
internet trolls and horrible bullies all at the same time. I think it's absolutely this bad.
Okay. I'm not a teenager and was never like this when I was a teenager. Not that bad, at least.
Right.
So I don't know. And
Sure.
there was very little internet when I was a teenager. Just Al Gore was just coming up with the idea. So what else have we got? Anything else we need to?
The live cam commercial was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Did you notice that she posted the video of her teasing at the beginning in it?
I didn't see that the first time. When I watched it the second time, I did. That was fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we're all agreeing too much. I feel like
No, it's terrible. You
Nope,
guys
no, we're not.
just don't know. This movie is terrible.
Well, the
Not
reason
watch
why
it.
I enjoyed this movie so much is because at the time of everything being so damn, let's play the quote-unquote tension music again. Oh, that wasn't a jump scare. That's a jump scare.
there was tension music in the movie though a couple of times.
Which part?
Like when things would suddenly happen, there would be like very innocuous sort of like tension music.
See, I never heard that.
Really?
Yeah, I was too into the movie.
It is really subtle. It's kind of like just a note that's sustained or something like that.
This is pretty nitpicky, but when they're Skyping, people are talking, and then Laura will go to something else, and then everyone else is talking will
mean
fade
Blair will
away.
go to
I'm
something
sorry,
else?
Blair will go to something else. Everyone's talking will fade away.
Well, that's to keep the attention of what she's doing on there.
Oh,
Because
no.
in the original cut of the film, the background talking was there. But I guess they felt like it was distracting.
Okay, and that makes sense to me. It just seems like that's a bit of a cheat, but I'll let it go. You know what? I'm gonna let this one. I'm gonna let you guys
Still a
have it.
movie, Sam. You know ghosts aren't necessarily real, right?
Whoa,
I mean,
that's
it might
not
be.
true.
I don't know.
Wow. So I'll be getting a text from you guys later saying that there's shit floating in your room.
Oh, don't answer text from dead people.
Oh, you'll be dead. Wow. I love how you automatically know that you will not stand a chance against the supernatural.
I was just so during this podcast, I've been thinking about The Ring, the movie The Ring from forever ago, and that was kind of like one of the big first supernatural type of movies. I think
That was the first supernatural movie ever. Correct.
not ever, but just of recent, like that actually played with the idea that there's. Sorry, I'm being schooled on how to hold a microphone. On it was the first supernatural movie that was that played around with technology a lot and incorporated real life situations with the supernatural. Not that it was the first one, but it was like the most recent one that I can think of that kind of started the whole horror genre and really got into using and integrating technology into the movie. And I was just thinking about how that one didn't feel like a cheat, even though it was supernatural and there wasn't someone behind it. It was a supernatural occurrence, but that one is scary, and I didn't feel like it was dumb the whole time I watched it. I mean, I don't know if everyone liked it or not, but
I love The Ring.
It was good.
think
It had a
that
much bigger budget.
that movie, yeah, and I'm not saying that this movie could be anywhere near as good as that if it had, that couldn't be as good as that if it had the budget for it. But I mean, I don't know. I just felt like there are a lot of things that movie did.
Maybe
this
maybe
one didn't.
you might be onto something. Like with The Ring, part of what does make The Ring scary is they lay out rules right away, kind of like you were saying earlier about.
Well, and then also they lay out rules, and then it's like they're kind of they have this sort of disbelief of like what's happening, they'll get a text and then 7 days later they'll die, and it's like, okay, what happened? And then they kind of like go from there and then uncover it. And so it's like they don't believe it right away, but then it's like it unfolds and you kind of dig deeper, and then you kind of see like, oh my God, there is something that's going on, and what is it? And it's scary. And I mean, I don't know how you would set up a movie like this in the similar fashion, like that they would be skeptical but then start believing. But I feel like maybe that might have grounded this movie a little bit more. And also, this movie could be longer if they, had, I mean, I realize it's all on the laptop, but if they had done other subtlety to the movie and laid the groundwork a little bit better, I think it could have.
Well,
it could have been fine if it were a little longer.
I think the hour 22-minute runtime is actually a positive thing about
It's
the
a very
movie.
positive thing, because otherwise you got like almost 2 hours of, why is this happening? You told me it was a lie. Like, that's all it would have been.
For what it is, the time is fine and it's good, because you don't want to subject yourself to that much torture of watching bad actors try to act for.
See, I just saw
that
them as
long.
whiny ass children. Because here's the thing: you go into a horror movie, real actors don't really do that type of genre anymore. Like, at the most, unless it's got Del Toro in the production notes, they're not going to touch it. Like, no good actor would ever say, "Yeah, I'd like to be in a movie about a killer laptop." Or anything like that. Like, see, I even sound stupid saying it in an Australian accent. So it's more appealing to the younger crowds, which is why they took Blair from She's on Teen Wolf, the show. Like, that's the selling point of it right there. Yeah, it's a little nudge.
Yeah, that was one of her tabs on Google was Teen Wolf. That's fun. Or not Google, whatever her browser was.
Yeah.
But the thing to take from The Ring that I think that this movie could have done is not so much the plot structure of uncovering, getting to the root of what happened with Laura, because I think this is more going for the slasher kind of, like one by one they all fall apart. But I think setting the boundaries a little better at the beginning, like if the ghost Laura had kind of spelled out what she's going to do to them better, or what she can do, like the limit. If the plot had spelled out the limits of her powers, or how she's, limiting them. I think some of the moments later wouldn't feel like they're so random and out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, also, it's still kind of like a first tell story, because they're talking about making a sequel, which I don't know if they're gonna.
That would be a bad idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be a terrible idea.
Well, it's gonna be about LinkedIn.
See, I will be on the total like offense of it. Like,
What
that's
about
stupid.
Twitter? Twitter wasn't a part of this movie.
No, because that's 140 characters. You can't really threaten people
And this
too
movie
much.
only had 5.
Yeah.
Kill
Boom.
yourself.
Nope. I will revive you.
That does feel nuts that Twitter isn't a part of it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think about that.
Like, tweet 911 or something like that.
Yeah, that could have been a thing.
That could have been good.
Oh my gosh, was it infuriating on chat roulette where she kept trying to type out and send the address and it didn't work the first time? And I'm just saying the address out loud. Why aren't you saying the address out loud? And like 3 times she tries, I think, to try to type it out and send it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that bugged me. But at the same time, you kind of can't blame her, because the person was very blasé about it. Like, oh yeah, you're in trouble? Okay, yeah, I'll totally call 911. What's that address again?
Was she blasé, or was she being very calm?
I think she was being
serious and
calm.
responsible?
Yeah, everybody else was being blasé and stoned.
Was she a she?
And
It
she
was
was
a she.
calm and
I know.
stoned. Let's
Yeah.
just be clear that was.
She was kind of, I don't know.
Stoned.
Maybe.
You can say stoned. It's fine.
No, I didn't mean stoned.
Teenagers get stoned, Sam.
So Laura's intent was to drive them to suicide.
Laura's intent was to get revenge.
Right, but I mean, it all felt like suicidal things.
Well,
But she didn't drive them to it. She possessed them. I mean,
Yeah.
they committed suicide, but
Yeah.
did not
But-
like, I'm so sad, I'm going to put my hand in a blender.
yeah.
Because who would do that?
By the way, this is the second person dying by blender movie that we've seen in 2 weeks. The 4 of us have seen in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I thought about that other movie.
What other
It's
movie?
about the same.
We
same
watched this
horror.
movie,
It's on the same level.
Death Spa.
Death Spa?
Our arch
Do not
nemesis
see this movie.
podcast. How did this get made?
Wow.
They did.
Our direct competition.
Yeah.
Wow.
They
we
did.
love them though. We love them.
Yeah, they're great.
There's room for all.
Yes.
Yes.
If I can give Unfriended credit over Death Spa. Yeah, absolutely. Death Spa, someone dies by shoving their hand in a blender, period, and that's it. In this movie, like, there's a quick shot of Ken shoving his throat into the blender.
Yeah, because he breaks the blender jar and then sticks his throat on there.
Didn't see it, you guys. I was looking at the bottom
You're
of the
busy
screen.
looking away, yeah.
Here, Lauren, we're queuing it up and watching it in slow motion
Yeah, we
now.
should.
No!
Somebody get her eyelids. Hold them open. Okay, so let's shoot.
Can I make one random nitpicky observation?
Of course.
So, there's a moment where Laura sends Blair a photo of her and Adam, I think.
Yeah.
And the first one she sends,
Oh yeah,
we see is 90.
have a picture of them in bed because spoilers. Blair sleeps
Because they're
with
douchebag teenagers who take selfies all the time.
Exactly.
with Adam, and she doesn't tell her current boyfriend about it. And so anyway, so
Listen,
that's what
I want to get to
happens.
the real root of the problem of that, Laura. It's not anything thematic. It's the fact that we see clearly that it's a 99 kilobyte file and it takes so long to download. And then the second photo they get is 1.2 megabytes and it takes like 2 seconds.
I don't live in
Serious
Fresno.
problems.
I assume it's a nice rich area with that high speed.
There's
crap.
It's Wi-Fi. They're on Wi-Fi, so that maybe somebody else was using the Wi-Fi, and there were a lot of other things. Let's Bobby and Laura, and I'm gonna. You know what? Here, okay. Well, you know what? Let's discuss gender politics in the movie we just watched. How about that?
Susan B. Anthony was on the dollar coin for a reason.
Stop objectifying me.
Gloria Steinem.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Equal rights amendment was never ratified.
Rosie the Riveter.
Oh my God, Bobby, shut up.
Rosie the Robot.
Who's gonna make me my sandwich?
My body, my choice.
Blatant.
Blatant.
Susan B. Anthony was taken off the dollar for a reason.
Beyonce.
And that is, of course, where Bobby and Laura discuss gender politics in the movie we just watched. But you know what? We've got two Bobbies here. I think it should be Bobby and Bobby discuss Laura.
Yeah.
All right,
And
I'll be
fine.
Dino.
Versus
but
whatever.
okay.
Bobby and Laura.
Bobby and Bobby discuss Laura politics.
Okay.
That's the one.
All right.
Can I have a say in this too?
No.
No.
Go for it.
Yarp.
Well, women are portrayed badly in this movie because also I really am angry that the girl's name who is the evil spirit is Laura. What a bitch, right? How dare she take my name?
I'm confused. Was Laura Barnes not based on Laura King?
Fuck you.
I mean,
I don't know. I think this movie it's kind of hard to talk about gender politics because
all of them are so terrible.
all
Yep.
of them are very terrible. But there's that one scene at the beginning where Blair is kind of doing like a striptease for her boyfriend,
Okay.
and she says like, "I'm ready to do it on prom."
You're leaving out the most important detail of that scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then she shows him like her crotch.
Still leaving it out.
And
Yeah,
then-
you're still leaving it out. You
and
got to go
then-
higher.
And then
It's the bruise.
It's the bruise.
and then she starts unbuttoning her shirt a little bit, and then he like takes the knife, and then
There it is.
and then she opens it up a little more, and then her boobs are almost popped out. They're like an inch away from showing the nipple.
Hardly. You need to get a tape measure for that one. It was just the middle cleavage.
No,
That was like center boob, if anything.
I don't think so.
I was gonna say I was thinking like, oh, you know what? Like, I don't know. Men and women are portrayed pretty equally badly, but there is that scene at the beginning where Mitch has a knife at her and she's like, "Take off your damn clothes," and it's really weird.
Well,
I mean, that's
you guys,
to establish that Mitch has a
Let's
knife.
say, are you guys like just traditional when it comes to your freak on? Because I dated a dominatrix, and that's just normal. It's
Knife-
really
knife over
depending.
camera.
It's really depending. Well, knife at the camera. It depends if you're a distance or anything like that. I've seen a full-grown man dressed in ladyboy garments just walk around with another dude, and so like sometimes people do like the knife play thing, and there's a safe word, obviously.
Have you ever seen anyone deep throat a curling iron?
Yeah, but not plugged in. And other
In
things.
fairness, it was a hair straightener.
Yes.
Not a curling iron.
Boom.
I'm sorry, it changes everything.
Yep.
I don't know though. It doesn't really set up anything like that.
No,
So-
it just shows that they're a couple.
But they're in high school.
A couple
I mean,
of
What's your point?
douchebags.
Yeah, they're a
did you
couple of
date a
douchebags.
dominatrix when you were in high school?
I was 19. But you know what else I was? But you know what I was in high school? You know what I was in high school? I was horny. Not everything is who's the prick who writes all those movies with the same cover?
Okay, but you know what? My point is, we don't see any bit of his penis or anything or any.
So
of
you
his
want
air.
cock?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
You don't
that's
see
fine.
any of her
Okay, that's
genitals
fine.
either.
See, I'm
almost.
one of
You
those
almost
few
see
guys
her boob.
who doesn't have a
What about
problem
his pecs,
looking
you know?
at.
What
Oh,
about
we
his-
saw his pecs. They were just fat.
Did he take his shirt off? You know, did
His shirt was off.
Did he take his pants down a little
He
bit?
was in his
and show-
boxers.
Again, as we established earlier, we did bend believability by not showing penis during the chat roulette scene.
Yeah, because I will tell you this: if I had a cam conversation with my girl, it would already have been out. But apparently, this was one of those soft R movies. But I
Was
agree.
it even R?
It was R. They said "fuck" like so many times.
Oh.
Why wasn't there boob if it wasn't R or penis?
I don't
for
know.
that matter?
I guess she was just trying to be brave and not show anything. So, but I do agree though. I do agree. I'm one of those males who doesn't get all cringy if they see a penis on the big screen. I do believe
Gross.
that guys
Nope.
should be. You got a dick too, so just think of it as looking at yourself like, wow, I look great on the big screen.
I never look at my penis.
You don't?
No.
How? Well, ginger. So
I
that's
mean,
fine.
I look at Sam's penis. So there's
Everybody's
that.
done. At the auditions where I met him at the comedy troupe, I looked right at it.
That's fair.
Like, am I going to be working with him? Great. So,
Aren't you glad I'm circumcised?
oh, you
That would have been weird.
Oh, yeah, it's weird to not be.
What the
Fuck
audience
you,
can't see
Sam.
is that
Fuck
Sam
you.
has no pants on right now.
Yeah.
But I'm
This
not
is
looking.
Really awkward.
Yeah. But that's the fun part.
I think it's hot.
Yeah, she. Oh boy, you
can
guys
open a
gonna set up
window
your
or something.
laptops in the opposite room and do. So what the hell were we talking about?
We were talking about
Gender politics.
Oh yes, gender politics. It's a slasher movie. They've never really catered too much to the female audience members, sadly. Although I do, well, unless it's like a European movie.
I applaud this movie for not sexualizing violence against women. Like, it really didn't do that.
No.
Well, maybe with the knife a little bit.
Okay,
Okay, never mind, take it
it's
out
a
there.
goddamn role play. God. To each his or her own.
No.
To each his or her
I'm
own.
I guess
sorry.
Things
if
like-
you
Sorry,
judge-
I
I
think
want it
we're-
to be
I'm gonna
If you judge this
I'm
movie on-
strongly disagreeing with you, Bobby.
You've done that the whole episode. What's the
Yeah,
difference?
I know. I'm strongly disagreeing in this part.
Okay, that's fine. Tomato to white bread. That's fine.
If you judge it on the extremely low bar set by other slasher movies, then perhaps.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I might actually side with Laura on this one.
Well, you got to go home with her.
Okay. She is my ride.
Fuck
and I don't-
you,
I-
other Bobby.
Unless you're giving gas money, I'm not giving you a lift. So, ass, grass, or cash, I'm gonna fucking objectize you.
So now we have let's go to IDOBM IMDb trivia TM
Say that
with IDOBM IMDb trivia TM.
Backwards.
What's that?
Backwards.
Oh, MT trivia BDMI MBODI.
I will now put my foot in my mouth.
I have it written down, so it helps a lot.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay.
That is when our friend Lauren talks about we do our laziest segment, which is when she talks about IMDb trivia about this movie.
Blew, blew, blew. IMDb trivia. That's for me. Okay, we don't have a theme song. But I'm working on it. It's because the IMDb trivia is my favorite part after we watch the movie. I want to learn more. And there was...
You hear that, guys? She just wanted more of this movie.
And there was some fun stuff about it. The production schedule was really short and interesting. It took 16 days, and it was pretty much all set up in one house. Each of the kids was in a different room, except for Ken, apparently, who's a different location. And they all just had their different rooms that they were in, and they got to decorate to their own specifications. And they shot it in really long takes. I think there was, if I was reading properly, where they would just go through the whole movie, play format.
Yep.
And
I think the final cut was like one of the long takes.
Yeah, and just like back to back, which is, I mean, I think it paid off because you had the time to build that tension. That must have been hard to sustain if you did shorter takes. So that was really neat and a cool choice. All the actors and actresses had to audition via Skype to find out, like, yeah, you're pretty in person, but let's see how you look with a weird webcam on you. That was the final decider. What were some of the other ones? I want you guys to vote on, they had a couple of different original titles, and which do you guys like better? The original title, Offline. Or do you like the second, Cybernatural? Or do you like the final, Unfriended? Which is the best?
I think they made the right choice.
Yeah, I think Unfriended works.
I think
best.
Poke would have been a good one too.
That would have been a fantastic one. I said, was it transfer? Or something? No,
Buffering.
buffering. Bad connection. No, but I think Unfriended is the better one. When I saw that it was called Cybernatural,
Horrible.
Like I can picture myself as a studio exec, get the hell out of my office.
That sounds like a parody.
If they'd made it in the 80s, it would have been called Cybernatural. But at this point, I don't think we need it. And those were really the best parts of the IMDb trivia. There were they were rewriting the script as they went, not just because they were lazy, but like to keep up the suspense and the believability. Like they'd make script alterations and encourage lots of improv and kind of run with whatever you want, guys. So that was pretty neat. And they shot lots of different scenes. If you watch the trailer, they'd shot things that were in there that were not from the final cut, just to good for them, trying to keep some secrecy in the movie and not putting everything in the trailer.
It's a double-edged sword for me because like
you really liked the one way that person died.
It kind of enticed me to go see it. When I saw it, I'm like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. That's cool. But wait, I wanted to see the other scenes.
That's what the bonus features on the DVD. That's what they're for.
20 different horrible deaths. I'm good, thanks.
Yay!
And that's a wrap on what is it? IDOBM
IMDb Trivia TM.
Upside down?
Judgment.
Yes. Now let's talk about the movie we wish we'd seen.
Ugh, this movie is crap. I could write a better movie in my sleep.
And now, IDOBM presents the movie we'd wish we'd seen.
And that is, of course... Oh, well, thanks, by the way, Bobby, for recording that for us, being the voice in that... Damn this thing.
That was me. Shit.
Yeah. Yes. That would be Bobby Ramos, not Bobby Mattern. But thanks for nothing, Bobby Mattern. You did nothing. This is the segment where we take an aspect of the movie and we discuss what we wish we had seen, whether it's a sequel, a prequel, some parallel story, a character that was underutilized that we'd like to see get their own movie. Let us start with Laura. You're our biggest naysayer about this movie.
It might be kind of fun to see it from the supernatural point of view of Laura Barnes being the one who's going in and like playing it from the other side. I don't know. That might be kind of fun. That'd be really supernatural. But no, I was thinking about that actually. Just if they had made this movie more like The Ring, you know, but in the nowadays, the more with the modern technology and with all the social media, that might be fun. Add a little more of the Ring element to it.
You know, now that you mention that, I was kind of picturing a ghost, like, you know, hacking everyone's computer. This movie was a lot like Death Spa. Because that's kind of what happened in that movie, too.
Wow. Now I have
But
to watch
but
it.
no, don't watch Death Spa.
No, you talk a lot of shit, so I gotta watch it now.
Have fun.
I will.
Lauren, do you want to talk about the movie you wish you'd seen?
Clueless. It would have been about teenagers, and it would have been as scary. No, I did like the conceit of the movie, and I think that, yes, the one thing I would have cut would have been the horrible torture deaths. If it would have just been weird, still possessions, and then something creepy happening, like that was a little more silent and terrifying, that would have been for me. Fewer hands and blenders.
All right, Bobby Mattern, what have you got?
I agree with Lauren, but also I'd like to see a spin-off with those two guys on Chat Roulette.
Yeah.
That's it.
I want to see more about that cami sale, the sale of camisoles that popped up. That looked like a really good sale, and I want to see what. No, I don't really have one. And how about you, Bobby Ramos? You actually like the movie, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be quite honest, I mean, I would have liked to have seen the whole situation of Laura basically dealing with the depression a little bit more and not understanding why this is all happening to her. I mean, not so much like spend a whole 45 minutes on her just as a human, but just to the point where we can get a better grasp of to how horrible it was. Because we only saw the video and the comments, and then she just offs herself. We didn't really get too much into the pain of it as to why she would be like a grieving soul, other than just a angry, vengeful spirit.
that makes sense.
I think it would have put a little more emotional attachment to it, to where it would probably make the characters that were being tormented by her just more hateable, but maybe also to kind of touch up a little bit on the torn apart friendship or whatever, and just making the reveal of it a little bit more of a emotional trip of it. Not so much reading into like how is this happening, what's the lore of this, and all this other stuff, because it's not a legend like The Ring. It's an occurrence that's happening to these shitty people, and so not a lot is really going to be touched on. We have just as much knowledge as the people being tortured are, and I think that's the best part about it. But I think that if we would have touched up more on what Laura was going through in her final moments, I think that would have been better.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like the sound of that. Let's do bad movie wraps.
I thought we retired that.
That is we're retiring it now. That's where we wrap up this segment of bad movie wraps, and that's it for bad movie wraps. Obviously,
Well done.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
It was a running gag that has run its course.
Wow.
So you like this movie? Still
Yes.
like it? Nobody changed your mind?
No.
Bobby Mattern, you like the movie?
Yes, I think this movie is a lot of fun. In all honesty, I'd considered choosing it, and I was really happy when Bobby did. This movie's really dumb. Like it's dumb.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah, you have to suspend your disbelief a lot and just kind of go with a lot of things. But I think the conceit is really, really fun.
And I think, Laura, we know where you stand. You want to elaborate?
Yeah, no. But I do think that what Bobby said with the showing more of Laura Barnes and what she was going through, I think that might have, and not a whole lot. You could just add a little bit more. They had a little bit of room to add to that movie. And I think that might have done a lot to show how horrible these people were. Because, as it is, Laura Barnes was not a sympathetic character. There was nothing, she didn't really ever get to see the cruel nature that these people inflicted on her. You were just kind of like, oh, why is she such a vengeful bitch? What's going on here? So I don't know. I thought it was stupid though, but
How about you, Lauren?
It's hard for me to unpack a horror movie and tell whether or not it's a good movie because so much of my time is spent being scared and not liking where I am. Having said, I do like a well-made movie, or at least an interesting idea, and it was a cool concept. And I think overall that it's hard to say. Like is a strong word, but I respect this movie. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes and no. Yes,
Okay.
I like.
It was tangible.
It's really hard with a horror movie. It's I was scared the whole time. But
I'm envious of you for that, by the way.
not scared, but what's gonna happen? Not the whole time. Oh no, she's IMing someone. It's terrifying.
Not if you put it that way.
But it's a neat concept, and I respect the execution of it.
Cool. And I'm kind of saving myself for last because I think I've been riding the fence for a while. I really liked it. Yeah, it was dumb fun, but it was fun. And there were some legitimate, scary, unsettling moments that I really liked. So, what's that? We separated down gender lines, except Lauren is kind of on the, you appreciate for what it was, but you're not that big on horror movies in the first place.
I was the most scared of all of you.
Yeah. So that's cool. So I'd say successful defense. Very good, Bobby.
Cool. I can go longer if you want. It's fine.
That's what he tells everybody.
I do.
All the ladies.
I really do.
Let's talk about, does anyone, things that need no defense. Just anything you're into right now. What are you guys into? Who wants to start? Oh, I'll start.
Not it.
I'll start. Lauren and I went on our honeymoon not long ago. We went to Orlando, and one of the things we went to was Universal Studios, specifically for the Harry Potter lands, and those are awesome. They had a great attention to detail. It was a lot of fun. The rides were fun. The stores were amazing. Everything really looked like Harry Potterville, Hogsmeade and whatnot. And especially when it got dark and it started raining and pouring, and then it really looked like Hogsmeade. Really looked like the UK. I guess Hogsmeade's in Scotland.
That's right.
So yeah, it really looked cool, and it was a lot of fun. So that's my plug.
So if you're unfortunate enough to live in Florida, or just wait till it opens in LA.
Laura and I today just came back from Portland, and Pip's Donuts is the best. I just wanted to talk about how good their donuts were. They're really good. I'm thinking about doing a whole spin-off podcast on how good Pip's Donuts are. And then also, Rick and Morty just had their finale this weekend, and Rick and Morty was amazing this season.
Agreed.
So jump on that.
Cool.
He spends a lot of time spitting from his mouth.
Burping.
Where do you
It's
spit
been a
from?
little hard. I don't want to tell you.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Who's next? Laura, you're holding the mic.
People should watch John Oliver. He has a really great special on mental health.
Nice.
He's great anyway, but he has a really good segment on mental health and what needs to change in this country. And I'm not trying to get political or anything, but I think you should check it out. And yeah, there should be some change.
No, let's get political. Don't vote for Trump, y'all.
I was going to say, clearly there's a mental health problem in this country because people are voting for Trump.
Yeah, I'm voting for the purple M&M, so I don't know what the problem is.
Anything to recommend, Laura or Bobby? I mean, God, help
Pay attention,
us.
Dick.
This is an unintentional running gag.
Oh, wonderful.
Lauren or Frank over here?
Yes.
Yesterday, Sam and I saw the special release of The Iron Giant.
Nice.
And I had never seen it before, but love Brad Bird and knew enough of the movie to know that I would love it. And I do is the answer. And it's really good. Yeah. I was going to say y'all again, but that's a bad precedent. But everyone should see it.
You got to combine you guys and
Yeah.
y'all.
I was halfway through, brain was like, say y'all, like brain, no. And it just came out terribly.
Yeah, I've never seen it. So
But Brad Bird.
I want to check it out.
Oh yeah, you
Iron
totally
Giant,
should.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I'll definitely check
fun.
it out.
They're doing some new version they're releasing. Apparently it's on iTunes, but I try to look for it on Blu-ray because I'm not a digital person like an iTunes
Yeah, I'm a
person.
physical media man.
Yeah, well, me too. So, but look for that in the near future.
Nice. Well, I guess we all did all sorts of traveling because I got back about a week or 2 weeks ago from Washington and Portland, Oregon. I would like to give mad shout outs to their very see, I didn't know this about Portland when I went there, that apparently they are known for their strip bars, but not for the usual purpose. Apparently they have high rated food. So I went and got a $7 steak dinner with my married friends. Like, hey, we're going to take you for dinner. Okay, cool. I walk in with this adorable husband and wife, and I'm like, oh, I think we're at are we at a strip club? Yeah, we're at a strip club. They have really good steak. So $7 get you a good cut of steak, great Texas toast and fries.
And some pink tacos.
Well, that comes later. And you know what? The music selection was wonderful because it was all 90s. And I'm like, wow, I have a feeling this is what a strip bar would have looked like if I were legal in the 90s. So it was a nice little throwback. Well, in the future, kind of. I really did feel like Marty or Morty in this particular case. But yeah, mad shout out.
Cool. Okay, cool. Does anyone have anything to plug before we close out here?
Yes. You can catch me on Popo the Chan on YouTube. That's my video game commentary stuff. Also at New Legacy Inc. That's INC, like Incorporated. We just goof around and try to break video games, and we make a living off of it. It's weird, but I love it. So
Nice. The Upperclassmen, we also have a show. I don't have
October 18th.
October 18th, 7:00.
That's the most I'm going to remember that show because it's a drunk show.
Yeah,
ladies
the
and
drunk show.
gentlemen.
We'll be getting drunk and performing. I'm not literally air quoting performing, but kind of. That's at the Long Beach Playhouse. You can get pre-sale tickets from any of the performers or show up at the door. Also, you can get them online too, and also get them, I think, for the pre-sale price. So that's cool.
You can hit us up on the Twitter. I'm at Dino Winwood.
I don't have anything to plug.
How about ladies?
I'm not on Twitter.
You are.
I don't have anything to plug.
But you should email us at indefenseofbadmovies@gmail.com. Look us up on Twitter at IDOBM podcast. IDOBM podcast. What are the other things? Facebook. Like us on Facebook. And rate us on iTunes. But don't don't base your rating on this episode's sound quality, because I just got this mixer that I'm trying to play with. And hey, thanks for sticking with it for this long.
Glad you chose me to test it on.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So I think that just about does it, guys. And what do you think? Good show?
Great show.
Yeah,
Great show or greatest show ever?